Recording. She's so nice. She has such a nice voice. Okay. And then I'm gonna share. I'm gonna Maria become the host. And then if you guys could in the comments tell me your favorite clothing brand. What I'm gonna do is ask some questions like that. You guys put it in the comments, and then I'm gonna go on the team page tonight and do the fun random wheel of names and pick winners for all different stuff. So while I'm switching over the host here, why don't you guys go ahead and put in the comments your favorite like store or clothing brand or shoe brand or something like that. Okay. For those of you guys that just hopped on, we're putting favorite brand in the comments. Clothing, shoe, perfume, I don't care, just something like that. Okay. Maria, you are the host. This is going to be so problematic. I'm like, what's White House? I need to like go look. Okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Are we good? Okay. Then I'm just trying to see if I can see comments. I don't think I can see comments. So you guys just, if you have questions as I go through this, don't be afraid to speak up, okay? If I go too fast, too slow, like just let me know. What I want to start with is the Glow Life team page. So this is a resource that was put together in hopes of having resources for the team because there's so many different places that you can go, whether it's Telegram, little chats, here or there. And it was just thought of, okay, let's have a place for community where anyone within the team can come and like jump on, add information, do trainings, but really like serve each other. So this Glow Life team page was created. And now that it's kind of extended to all the teams within this organization, we're up to 90 members, which is pretty insane and pretty awesome. But it just gives that ability for us to like have a place for like common resources. So that's what I want to go through quick. I'm only going to spend a few minutes on here, but it's usually one of the things if you're not really aware of like utilizing Facebook and some of those functions, it's hard to know what to do. So we're trying to keep it easy. But when you come to the Glow Life team page, and we can drop it in the comments too if by chance you're not in here, but we'll, as we start to get going with some of the resources I share in a little bit, it'll be an easy way to make sure that your new teammates get plugged in right away, with it being a little bit newer. So usually what I recommend is when you have a new lady join your team, one of the things that you can do is come right in here. And I have this little video right at the beginning that's just saying like, welcome, start here. How do I utilize this page? So one of the things that I highly recommend is when you have a newbie, come in here, come comment and just tag her in it. So that way she gets a quick little video, what this group is about and where she can find the information that is going to be pertinent for her. Of course, we're always going to have like different new posts in here anytime we do fun team events. So just make sure your notifications are on and you'll be able to stay up to speed. Leah does amazing shout outs for the month previous. You can shout out your teammates in here. Just know this is a community page. So whatever you want to bring into here, you are welcome to do so. But the thing that I really want to point out is when you're up here at the top, there's this going to be this area up here. One, let me point it out, is going to be media. We have these albums where if you ever need any type of resources and graphics, come in here. Like you can scroll different Telegram chats and things like that too, but we've tried to take all that and consolidate it into this area so you can start to see some good graphics. So you can just click on serums and elixirs, and there's going to be a plethora of graphics that you can use. Okay. You never have to ask. This is like for everyone to use. If you ever have some really great material that you want to plug in here, either you can come and add it, or you can always shoot me a message and say, hey, these are some great graphics. Can you add them in? Okay. But the other main thing, here we go, is guides. And this is going to be the biggest area that's going to be helpful for new consultants and just trying to figure out what the heck, how do I start my business and kick off? So once you are in guides, you're going to see these different guides that have been put together. That's just going to be quick little snippets of, okay, what is our back office? What are the different team pages and chats to join? How do you take a good before and after so you can start to show off your skincare routine? How do you make client recommendations? So all of these little areas, these guides are here for you to help in something that you're looking for. I'm going to get to this last one in a second. We just added it. But always come in here. And then if you do have a new consultant, you can always come right back in, like back office basics. That's usually one of the areas where you join and you're like, where do I even go within all this? You can also tag them in here, and they can the nice thing about this is you can easily go through it at your own pace. You don't have to sit down and do all of these guides at one time, but you can slowly like introduce yourself as you start to learn about the comp plan, as you start making client recommendations, but all of this is here for either you or any of your team to use. The other area down here is what we're going to call business trainings. This has come from quite a few different ladies. So if you ever have like a specialty that you want to do a training on, or something that really helps your business, please reach out to me. We would love to have you do a training. These have been some of them that myself, Angie, Leah, Jill, we've been able to make some of these because we use this in our previous businesses. So we're able to kind of do this now with Olive Tree people. But for example, like how do you utilize the Boards app? Project Broadcast. I'm sure a lot of people may have heard some of these different business apps that are out there. Utilizing Glow workshops. What if you want Jotform, Placement Suite, different things like this. So really the premise behind this team page is not necessarily product training. We have so many of those between Olivia and Christian's challenge group. There's so many different product trainings that this is really going to be more of those business trainings and helping your team, helping your new consultants kind of kick off their business. Okay, so that's kind of grand scheme of how you can utilize this page. But the biggest thing that we want to go over was this new resource here. So let me just click on it so that way you ladies can see exactly how you can use this in the future as well. So this is a new onboarding guide. So this, if you want to send this out to your entire team so they have it for reference, I think that would be an amazing thing to do. Even your affiliates, you know, if they're just here for the discount, you never know when that's going to change. And this might help them kind of learn a little bit more about Olive Tree people. But I would suggest that you save this link somewhere and utilize it anytime that you get someone new on your team. It's going to be a really great resource. Really what this does is it kind of encapsulates everything that's within this Facebook page, but it's in a document. So when you click on this link, I have made it so that way you can't screw it up. Because I know a lot of times when you get like the Canva link and you're like, well, do I have to copy it? Do I have to share it? What if I change something? So this is set so it's a link that you can share. And obviously it's taking a while. Here we go. So it's kind of like a PDF. So even if your new consultant wants to print this entire book out, they totally could. I'm just going to move your faces so that way I can click along here. Hopefully I don't screw anything up. Okay. I'll keep it short and sweet, but that way you can see what's in here. So again, if you have questions, just chime right in. But this is going to be the onboarding guide for 2025. every year we'll make sure that it's up to date and up to speed. And we have it, the Glow Life with Olive Tree people, and this is your onboarding guide. So what you do is click it. The nice thing about this, we don't have names in here. Okay. So this is like, you can use it with your team. We kept it that way for a reason. We want you to be able to just share this with your team so that way when they come to Olive Tree people, they feel connected, they have people to reach out to, and they have all of these resources. So you'll find in here that it's very generic, however, it's built for our team. As you click through, you'll see this table of contents. So there is so much information, anywhere from how to get your account activated, starter sets, you name it. So you can see everything that's in here. The nice thing about it is that if you are using this, you know, online versus printing it out, you can also use these and it's clickable actions. Okay. So you can come on in here, say, I want to figure out about my account activation. You can also click on it. Okay. But just to high level go through some of this account activation, showing people exactly what they need to do the second that they sign up, how they can get starter sets and what it looks like in their back office. Also here, there are some areas you just have to hover over when you have it open on your computer. And once it turns into a little pointer finger, click on it. It's going to open up this PDF. So that's going to help some of these ladies also see what's available. So hopefully the other purpose of this document is it's going to help your life out too. So that way, when you have someone that comes on and they're, oh, well, what about this kit? Or where's my starter kits? What can I look for? Like all that, you can start to point them to this information. Hopefully it helps like lessen your load a little bit. And it just gives them the information that they need. Okay, I need to move all these stupid things out of the way so I can get back to my page. All right, there we go. So that's a starter sets. So again, just look for anything where it's like different PDFs. There's a lot of clickable resources. Then we get into onboarding tips and tricks. And here is, so this was originally brought to us by Mignon and her team. And there was a training on how we could implement them into our own smaller teams. So from here, there's a lot of videos that were already created, which is fantastic. So when your new consultants have questions, they can literally come in here and watch these small little snippets. They keep them nice and short. So like, for example, if I want to see, how do I share my link?
So as you can see, I'm in the back office. If you scroll down, you can see marketing sites. What you're going to do is you're going to tap on your marketing site, the first one listed, and it's going to bring up your retail site.
Okay, so we won't like watch them all in full, but you can see how they're like to the point, short and sweet, but you can find all of those right in this area as well. Okay. More, how do you do the olive brain? How do you share it with your customers? The olive rose, how to shop for yourself, send carts. So plethora of information. Hopefully it takes a load off of what you have to do. And that way they can start seeing this. And maybe even still now with some of us being newbies, like, how do I send a cart? These are really great, like informational videos for us to help. Then we get into the back office tour, because if anyone else is like me, it can be super confusing. Like, what do all of these little boxes mean? What do I need to hit? So this is going to break it down for everyone, and just breaking down, this is what LRP means, organizational, you name it. So it really does a good job of breaking it down, and then also rank and just showing, okay, so if this is where I'm at now, what does that little dial box mean? So that way it really helps your consultants, and especially if they're wanting to grow their business, they can really get into that area of that back office to know what they're doing. Then we got all of these different Telegram channels, because I think a lot of times it gets lost, or when you have someone coming on board, you're like, okay, what do I need to add them to? Did I get everything? So this is like one place where you can come in and they can slowly dive into some of these channels too. A lot of times when we have a new consultant come on, it's like, holy cow, you want me to join these 10 channels where I've never gotten a message before in my life on my phone, and now my phone is blowing up. So these are different ones where they can start to kind of come in here. Again, these are all the clickable links. So the Glow Life chat, the consultant info private chat. Like once you come in here, then you can join. Also the graphic libraries, announcement chats. So anything within some of those like team and announcements. Then I gotta move faces again. Then we have flat lays. I believe this is one of Kristen's groups that was made available. So this is where there's tons of different flat lays if you are looking for graphics. Again, you can click here and then the password so that way you can get access. And then more Facebook groups. But we try to keep it where it's just like the primary one. So again, like the challenge group, that's where you're going to have a ton of product training. So that's why we don't want to do that here. We want to like, these are the experts, these who are doing really well at that. So let's utilize some of those different Facebook groups for those things. Then of course, we just have reference here, our Facebook group, the Glow Life. And then here's one that could be kind of new to some women. But again, once you are in our team page, if you go to the guides, there is a training on how you can utilize boards if that is something that you want to do. The nice thing with boards is I was able to, hold on, sorry, there we go. Create a board for the entire team. Okay, so this is something that's available for everyone here. And there's images, there's different information on, oh, it's going to want to open up my boards. Okay, sorry.
You guys, isn't this insane? Like it just
Yes.
it's so incredible.
Yeah.
This is
I just went through onboarding Jess. And Jess is probably laughing right now because I literally sat in her kitchen and went through everything I could even imagine to go through. And her husband was like, wow.
Well, hopefully now, like giving this link takes a little bit of pressure off of us to when we're bringing women on and just bringing that ease to women as they come on of like, okay, here it is. I don't have to like do it all right now, but it's here for me when I'm ready. So when I have those pockets of time, when I'm starting to figure this all out, I have those resources. So for example, this is the Glow Life team board. So there are different, they're kind of like little folders, if you want to call it that. Angie helped me with this a ton too, of just bringing in more images. If you want more images, here you go. There's more graphics for you. If you're struggling, like, what do I say when I get a quiz or a cart? Like, what should I come up with? Why am I getting all these? I don't want to update my profile. Okay. Anyways, I don't know why it's being. Okay. Anyhow, I don't know how to get rid of it. But there's all these resources in here. So feel free to utilize that if you are stuck with, okay, I'm having a glow workshop. What do I say now? You know, how do I follow up with this person who got a skin quiz? There's all that information in here to help kind of guide you. Because I think that's one of the things that we usually get stuck on is, what do I say? How do I post? How do I start off this glow workshop? So this just helps take the pressure off. Of course, you don't have to copy it word for word, make it sound like you, but these are good things that help kind of prompt you. Okay, high level. Again, head to the team page and go to the guides. There is a lovely little quick synopsis of how to utilize boards if you've never utilized boards before too. Then a couple other things, because I don't want to spend 5 hours on this. Corporate call schedules. So we know that there's a ton of calls and we know that we're not always going to make every single one of them, but it'll put them on here for corporate, product trainings, updates, sharing then we have more of the team calls, the roundtable calls, the Glow and Grow team calls. And now we should probably add the Thursday one in here too. Just so they start to see like what resources are out there for them. And then getting into Pay Quicker, because that's another one where it's hard to explain to people like, how do I use Pay Quicker? How do I get paid? Have them come here, especially when they start getting paychecks. And that's there. Then there's another area for compensation, because I know a lot of times we're not experts on compensation. If you are, hallelujah, I'm glad for you. I am not one that is really good at walking through compensation. I probably still don't know our comp plan very well, but I can come in here and there's different PDFs, there's different videos, brochures, so ways that I can just get plugged in, and then your new consultants can too. And it talks through every single one. So retail, fast start. I didn't learn about that until a couple months ago, even though I've been here for 6. Just all the things, team growth, because a lot of times it just gets overwhelming. So as they start to build, they can always come back to this and learn a little bit more. Okay, I won't go through it all because there's a lot. But then here's this video too. One of the fast starts that they can literally just watch one of the fast start calls with corporate. Customer service, if you ever need to reach customer service, that way it's there. It's also shown in this video of how do I find them, because sometimes it's a pain in the butt trying to find how to reach out. So that is there. Announcing your business. This is another one where women just kind of stop in their tracks, right? Because we don't know what to say, what to post, what to do. Here's some ideas. Here's just showing off. Like you can do anything. You can show your morning mug just saying, hey, I love this product, or you can make it fancy, like whatever you want. But these are different opportunities to show and give examples for women so they don't kind of freeze, but it really starts getting them going. Brand and mission. So this is stuff that they can start to use as they start to go and blast off their business. Customer perks. Then we get into some product recommendation guides. So just another resource. We now have that in our team page, but it's nice to have this on hand as well. Recommendation guides. And then just some good to know things, especially as a consultant, like the 365, when you get the enrollment kit. So different things like that. All of our OTP, what does that even stand for? So a lot of this stuff, it's really going to help those consultants. And different calls that they can even listen to. So I heard some people talking about like bringing products into different fields. This might be a really good area, especially like with some of the estheticians and what they did. So these are some great calls to jump on to, pre-recorded calls that you can listen to. It might help your businesses there. And then just going through ethical marketing. So just kind of remember what you can include, can't include, especially when it comes to product claims and medical claims. So I think this is just really good information. And then we threw in some contacts too. This is a big thing. Like right down here, whoever they enrolled with, like that's their primary, that's who they're comfortable with. Like that's who they're going to reach out to for help in kicking off their business. But if they ever need anything else, like there's so many women here too. I mean, it goes beyond us 4. There's so many different women that are willing to help out, but especially when it comes to resources and steering women in the right places, they're always more than welcome to reach out to any of us as well. And I think team merch, I know some people really like to get the team merch on, but and then just be intentional about your business. So that's it, which is kind of a lot. So I'm sorry, but I wanted to keep it quick. So that is all right here. Okay. This link, I would highly suggest it. I have it copied right on into my phone now. If anyone signs up, that's the first thing that I'm sending them. So that way they can slowly start to go through it. If they want to print it off, they can. They're scrolling on their phone at night, they can start getting a good idea. And then really just getting them into this group is another great thing. Feel free to do any call outs too. Like if you have a new, I know we do that in the chat, but you are more than welcome to also do it in this page. This page is a community. It's for everyone here.
Guys, isn't that amazing? Like, who feels like they just got their house deep cleaned? Like, that's the feeling I get when I see the work that Maria
It's
does.
really cool.
Isn't that incredible?
Very.
It's just so cool because you come in and you're like, okay, there's resources, but to have something that is so put together and so well done, especially knowing Maria's background and history in this business, like knowing what's important and having, having that all in one place. So Maria, we all are like indebted to you forever.
I hope it's helpful for everyone. That's for
Thank you
sure.
so much. And I think that's great too. Like she said, as you're onboarding people, I think that's a great first step is to go here. Like now you always have your first step. You always know where to pivot to and say, okay, here's this guide. And then you can go back to your upline or sponsor and say, hey, what do I do next? But at least you have that first step. So you're not so overwhelmed when you are talking about the business opportunity or somebody asks you about it. Um, so it's just literally the best. Does anybody have any questions for Maria? I know some people want to jump on the glow and grow. So there's like two things I just want to show you really quick, but does anybody have questions for Maria? Or you're all just like, literally, I just want to go look now. Like, I just want to go look all over that page. And yes, that you guys feel free. Like Maria said, she opened that page up. I also, like, Maria started this and she opened this up so that I could also be a part of it, which is so honestly humbling to know that like it's a space where women are just really wanting to encourage each other. Um, it was just really cool. The only thing that I want to show you guys before we hop off is I don't even know if I can actually do this right now. Hold on one sec. Okay. You guys are all gonna die a little bit when you see my background here, but we have a schedule that I don't have in front of me that Maria also put together, just kind of showing like throughout the course of the year that's left, a couple different glow workshops that are going to be put together, in addition to some discover events. And I don't know exactly how it'll be phrased yet, but you guys will get correspondence very soon on a 1 day like discover the opportunity event, basically. And it'll just be a couple different videos from people on our team. And then at the end of the evening, there'll be a live video explaining what is OTP, why waterless, what does the business opportunity look like, what are the growth projections, what does the global expansion mean? So really kind of a high level tactical live video describing why it's a really cool time to be with Olive Tree people. Giveaways, things like that. We used to do them previously in Zaya, so some of you guys might recognize them, and I know other people had done them in Saint. But we're going to do this for Olive Tree people. So you'll get a calendar of just the rest of the year, what the team is planning. So you can also plan on it. But there is going to be a Discover event coming up very soon. So watch your emails for that as well as the team chat. There is also, okay, here we go. This is something that I can send out on a weekly basis if you guys feel comfortable with it, but it is just the Glow and Grow team call on Wednesdays, the link for that, and then the one on Thursdays, as well as the team page here that Maria created, and then three of the Telegram chats. And I can always change these out if you're like, wait, I'd rather have a quick link to something else. But this is just something, I'll just put the team name in here or whatever. But this is something that I can send out if you guys are comfortable with that as kind of an easy resource. And then one thing that I'm going to invite you guys to tomorrow is a channel in here, which was also an idea from Maria, which was a place to house kind of a sample glow workshop. So in here, it'll be like the cover photo, post one, and then the different things that go along with it. Obviously, this is something that when you're sharing with your team, you want to make sure you personalize it, kind of use some of your own wording, some of your own photos, but it's literally just a glow workshop in a Telegram thing. You guys will see some of your faces in there, but that'll be just refined a little bit, and then you guys will have access to that as well. And I don't know if I'm missing anything else, Maria. I think maybe what we could do is post that calendar on the team page just so people can kind of see it and then start planning. I will have correspondence coming out regarding that first Discover event. But do you guys have any questions? Maria, is there anything you want to add to that? I feel like I'm missing stuff.
No, I think, yeah, we'll get a calendar together. It was, keeping it short and sweet, I kind of backtracked because I think November is our huge opportunity month
Mhm.
to take advantage of holiday sets and gift giving. So kind of planning like backwards of if we want an event there, what do we do 3 months before? Because I think glow workshops are really, it's great for our customers and to have them do glow workshops. I know a lot of you did that, but also as consultants, because we have the ability to have our own glow workshop and get the vouchers every 3 months, trying to space these out like 3 months to the T. So that way, if you are getting new people in there, that you can take advantage of your own glow workshop, but yet it's kind of like in that fun bash environment because you are busy kind of helping with new clients and things like that. So I think it was like November, and then we'll kind of like have them themed too, so they make sense. The first one of the year was the New Year, New You, but then we'll do something where, maybe it's like back to school, things like that. And then the Discover ones too are kind of themed based off like that seasonality of, do I need extra holiday money? And it's kind of timed out right before that to kind of capture those women who are looking for extra holiday money, or back to school season is coming. Oh my gosh, I'm in a penny crunch. So like really trying to get I don't know, a little bit more precise as far as like how can these benefit not only you but the women who want to join.
100%. Does that make sense? Does everybody feel like good, comfortable, equipped? Awesome. Okay, last question. Drop your favorite date night restaurant in the chat. And then if anybody, obviously the Glow and Grow call is on. There's a woman speaking tonight who, and I don't know if she's going to be recorded. She's not on the call tomorrow, who has hit Black Olive Star without using social media, which you're like, how did you like make it, to Europe without an airplane or a boat? We're all like, how can you physically do that? But I'm excited to hear what she has to say. Um, Too many to list. Okay. So you guys, does everybody feel pretty good about just that in general? And then maybe doing like a month team call like this, like once a month with just a smaller team where we can kind of just connect. And if people can say like, hey, this is where I feel like my business is at, this is what I feel like we need to work on, or this isn't working for me, or I don't know how to manage the sale, like whatever your feedback is, just kind of a safe space to have some of those conversations. Um, okay. You guys, Maria, thank you so much.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate you very much for all of this hard work, and it's going to be just a huge resource for the whole team. So thank you.
Wonderful.
And we need to find out where you got your sweatshirt because I think everybody wants the waffled I need a Diet Coke sweatshirt. Okay, you guys, I'll see a couple of you in the next couple of minutes over on the other call. But thanks for being here, you guys. I know everybody's busy and we appreciate it. And Maria, thank you so much.
Good night.
Bye, you guys.